On a desolate battlefield, two mighty armies stand poised, their silent tension foreshadowing an imminent clash of titans.
The air crackles with anticipation as warriors brace themselves for the earth-shattering confrontation that looms. Imagine being confronted by a warrior of such immense stature and power that even the most courageous soldiers tremble in fear. That feeling of sheer terror and helplessness was the grim reality for the Israelites. On the battlefield, a monstrous figure emerges, his voice echoing like thunder. On the desolate battlefield, the imposing figure of Goliath stands as a symbol of dread, his challenge echoing across the scarred earth. Goliath's voice booms across the field, taunting the opposing army with a chilling proposition of freedom or enslavement. His challenge resonates, promising either salvation through victory or eternal servitude in defeat. Is there no one who dares to fight me? Send out your champion. If he wins, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you will serve us. Recounting Goliath's relentless challenge to the Israelites, a tale of mounting dread and unanswered defiance. Amidst the growing despair, a glimmer of hope emerges with the arrival of David, the young shepherd. Under the scorching sun, David, the youthful shepherd, strides into the Israelite camp, his arrival stirring a mix of surprise and disdain among his warrior brothers. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the shepherd boy dares to step onto the battlefield, challenging the rigid expectations of his kin. In a moment suspended in time, the shepherd's humble arrival casts a shadow of doubt and curiosity over the hardened soldiers, hinting at an unfolding destiny in the unknown location. A palpable tension fills the air, with fear etched deeply on the faces of huddled figures. David cries out, his voice echoing with fervent conviction. Why is everyone so afraid? We have God on our side. In an unknown location, a tense atmosphere hangs heavy as David faces his brother, the stark lighting amplifying their emotional chasm. His brother dismisses him with a cold, cutting remark. Go home, David. You're just a shepherd. In a vivid flashback, young David rises as a protector, confronting a fearsome lion to defend his flock. With unexpected agility and determination, David becomes a whirlwind of motion, skillfully driving the lion back. The sheep scatter as the lion retreats, leaving David standing as a triumphant guardian. David's bravery, highlighting his battles against lions and bears, and his unwavering faith that could topple even a giant. Inside King Saul's tent, sunlight streams through the flaps, casting golden rays upon a scene of youthful courage and royal authority. Dust motes dance in the air like tiny stars, highlighting the weight of the moment as David's determined gaze meets the king's. In a desolate, undefined space, David emerges as a solitary figure, his stance a bold declaration of defiance. In a thunderous moment of resolve, David proclaims with unwavering conviction, I will fight Goliath. In an unknown location, a solitary figure stands silhouetted against an intensely bright light, shrouded in mystery. The silence is broken as King Saul dismissively declares, You are just a boy. In a desolate expanse, David stands alone, his face a canvas of unwavering determination as he faces the unknown. With unwavering faith, David declares, I have fought wild animals. God protected me then, and he will protect me now. Inside King Saul's tent, a momentous exchange unfolds as Saul presents David with his formidable bronze armor. David's youthful frame strains as he accepts the weighty breastplate, the metal a stark contrast to his lithe agility. Encumbered by the unwieldy armor, David shifts uneasily, the weight of expectation pressing down with each cumbersome movement. In the stark confines of an interrogation room, a lone figure named David stands isolated, his unease palpable. David softly whispers, I don't need this. David approaches a tranquil stream, his every step echoing with destiny. With deliberate precision, David picks 5 stones, each a silent promise of unwavering resolve. On the battlefield, Goliath's booming laughter echoes as he beholds the approaching figure of David. On the battlefield, Goliath, a towering figure encased in formidable armor, casts a shadow of dread across the land. His gaze pierces through the chaos, fixating on a solitary figure advancing towards him. Goliath bellows with disdain. They send a boy to fight me? Come here, and I will crush you. In the valley of Elah, the earth trembles as the youthful shepherd David confronts the giant Goliath. David's voice pierces the tense silence. You come against me with a sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord echoes through the valley as David's challenge hangs in the air, a beacon of courage against overwhelming odds. On the war-torn battlefield, David prepares to strike, loading his sling with a stone as the fate of nations hangs in the balance. With each rotation, the sling gains momentum, embodying the focused intensity of David's determination. In a climactic release, the stone hurls forward, carrying with it the hopes of his people and the defiance of a young warrior. In a moment stretched beyond reality, a stone hurtles through the air, a harbinger of destiny on the ancient battlefield. The stone finds its mark with deadly precision, striking Goliath between the eyes, an earth-shattering climax frozen in time. On the battlefield, Goliath's colossal form wavers before crashing to the earth, silencing the war's roar. An eerie stillness blankets the battlefield as the sounds of war abruptly cease, signaling a moment of stunned disbelief. On the chaotic battlefield, David surges forward, seizing Goliath's mighty sword in a moment of decisive action. In a climactic instant, he ends the battle, silencing the giant's threat forever. On the battlefield, a triumphant roar erupts from the Israelite army, signaling a decisive victory amidst the carnage. The Philistine army breaks, fleeing in terror as their morale shatters under the weight of defeat. Each desperate glance over their shoulders tells a tale of fear and impending doom, marking the end of their fight. With faith, courage, and a single stone, David, a shepherd, defeated a giant and saved his people, echoing through time. Amidst the fallen, David rises, a solitary silhouette etched against the vast expanse of the sky. In a moment of serene acknowledgement, David lifts his gaze skyward, a silent testament to his divine source of power. In a hushed whisper of unwavering conviction, David proclaims, "My strength comes from God." In the profound silence, a voice emerges, resonating with warmth and assurance, promising hope amidst despair. No matter how big your problems seem, no matter how impossible the challenge, faith and courage can help you overcome anything. Because even giants can fall, leaving a lasting impression of strength and possibility. On the battlefield, silence descends as the scene fades to black, leaving only the echoes of war.